About time. Got to get back on the mics again.
You know what? The intro is starting to really grow on me. I wasn't sure at first. I think I'm sold now.
You getting sold on it?
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it. Hey, what up, everybody? We're back for another episode of One Last Take with your host with the most, Rubismo the Gizmo. You like that? I'm going to keep saying that till it grows on you.
I will continue to say how I feel.
All right, well, hopefully you feel that that's an awesome intro.
It doesn't feel... Well, the intro was nice. The Rubismo...
The
Gizmo?
No dice?
Is that a reference to Gremlins?
Not really. Apparently there's a Gizmo and Gremlins. I just rhymed it. It just rhymed.
Apparently?
I don't know Gremlins. I don't do scary movies. But, here's something scary. I want to jump into this right now. Right here, right now. This wasn't even on the list.
I didn't even... Psycho Gino speaking. Psycho Gino. I didn't even get to my intro because of the Gremlins and you don't really know who carry on.
I have to get to this because it is perhaps the most important thing happening right now. Look at my face for a second. How do you feel about the haircut, the lineup in particular?
Your lineup, man, you don't have like a fresh, like straight edge line to your head, so it looks fine.
There's nothing special about it, right?
It's not a real lineup.
The beard,
no.
there's no real lineup.
Oh, the beard.
The whole thing. The whole thing. You said enough. You made your point. You are 100% right. I decided to go get a lineup today.
Yeah.
An hour ago. And you can't even tell that there's a lineup.
It's supposed to be
sharp.
Looking like this. Yes.
It's supposed to be sharp. This looks like something you did in the bathroom.
Wait. Where'd you go? Did you go to a brother? Or did you go to some Hispanic guy?
Enjoy this. I decided to go to Floyd's Barbershop.
What's that?
Apparently, it's a franchise. They've got a lot of Floyd's Barbershops 99 all around. Let me tell you right now. This was the most rinky-dink BS experience I've ever had at a barbershop. So you go into this place, okay? You go into Floyd's Bar. This is a straight hipster joint at this point.
Yeah.
I walk in. There's a couple guys cutting hair on the left. There's, rock and roll posters all over the walls. The ceilings are playing all kinds of music.
Like some Jimi Hendrix? Or are we talking about like...
Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
There's Lil Wayne's over. They have every type of artist up there, band logos, you name it. They've got it up there. They want some kind of fresh vibe type thing going on.
Yeah.
I go up. There's a counter in the front. I assume where you let them know, hey, I'm here for a haircut or whatever. I'm standing there. No one comes up.
No.
I got a lady in the back talking to a gentleman in the back. And I say gentleman so loosely because this guy was a brother with blue hair. Let me repeat that. This guy had blue, nappy hair, looked like an ocean in the middle of a storm.
Hey man, what's wrong with blue hair?
It was terrible. He looked ridiculous. What the biggest problem was, he wasn't standing in front of me saying, how could I help you, sir?
You know what? To be honest, Ruben, before you finish this story, the fact that you didn't walk away when you saw a man in there with blue hair in a barbershop is a bad sign.
That's a bad sign, right?
You should have walked away.
I said, maybe he's just the concierge or something. Maybe he's just the guy who handles the money or whatever, because they wouldn't let this guy near no clippers. So one guy to the left, there's two guys cutting hair.
Barbers. I think they're called barbers.
Loosely, a barbershop must be a metaphor. They're washing. One guy's cutting, one guy's washing another person's hair. The washer, he says, I will be right with you. I said, okay. I stand there for like a minute. They're giggling in the back, kiki and blue waves and a princess back there.
Yeah.
And I said, let me take a seat. Maybe something's going on. I'll wait. They'll come up to me. 2-3 minutes goes by, nothing happens. Another guy comes in, a young white guy comes in, walks up to the counter, the same hair washer, barber. He says, 1 minute, they'll be right with you. He turns around and looks like, why is no one coming to the counter to help?
Right.
All of a sudden, Billy Ocean, he want to come walking up finally. Bro, how can I help you? And the guy said, well, this is my first time walking in. I said, hold on a minute. You can help me first, okay? The fact that I had to call his attention to come help the brother. We the only blacks in here, dog.
Oh, come on now.
We the only ones in here. How you
come
didn't
on
see
now.
me? It was ridiculous. So then he's like, okay, well, can I get your name? What's your first name? What's the last name? Okay. What's the phone number? I mean, dog, how much information you need? What you want, my birth date and my horoscope sign?
Possibly.
I ain't trying to go on no date, yo.
Yeah.
Just get me to the chair. And all of a sudden, I'm tired of these people that want all this information from you. What's your social security number? What's your shoe size? I don't know, but don't worry about that. Don't just give. I don't even need to tell you my name. You go into a barbershop, you walk and say, hey, how many you got in front of you? Oh, I got him. You're the third one up. Cool. I sit down, I play on my phone till it's my time. They don't need to know my name like that. Whatever. So he takes my information down and says, "Oh, so and so taking it back. I don't want to say their name. Princess, will you come up and come get them? Because they might listen. They probably do, and they're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Billy Ocean know exactly who he is. Princess comes up and says, "Oh, okay, I can take it back." Now I'm gonna stop you right there.
I haven't.
I'm gonna stop you right
there.
there.
Did I do anything?
Princess was the problem. She walked up. I said, "Oh." And I'm going to say this for the record, there's nothing wrong with female barbers. They do fantastic jobs. They're great. Magnificent.
Yeah.
I've never had a good one.
Get to the butt.
I've never had a good one. Okay? They're not dominating the industry anyway, and I have a particular barber that I go to.
But yeah, which is...
I have a...
I'm waiting. I'm waiting on this. What's going on? Why didn't you hit the barber for the lining?
Distance. That was all. I was coming from work, and I said, let me try this place, because it's literally like right there by my job. I'm like, for a haircut? Hell no. For a simple lineup? Easy.
Nah.
Easy. So I said any barber that has a license should be able to do a lineup. So we go from there. We go to the chair in the back. Princess says, "Oh, have a seat." Okay, so what do you want today? What are you doing to here? I said, just give me just a simple lineup. Nothing special, right? Just give me a lineup. Okay. So, so I'll just go around the ear a little bit. And at that moment, I knew damn well that this was not going to be a good lineup.
Why didn't you get up?
I wanted to see. I don't want to be judgmental. But you know why? Because I like to give people chances, and that's the type of person I am. I said, maybe she's great. Maybe she's great. It's a lineup.
You say, you know what? I'm okay.
So she's like, okay, I'll just go around the ear a little bit. So she starts cutting around the ear in a weird way I haven't seen. Like, I've had enough haircuts in my life. I know how someone goes around the ear. It was just weird. Okay, it was a weird way to go around the ear. Okay, how do we do the back? Are we squaring? Are we curving? Yada yada yada.
What is it? I
normally do a taper, but that sounded sophisticated at this point. And like after she went around the ear, I said, "No, we are keeping this. I don't want her to have to change tools at this point." Okay. So they just curve the back, keep it very simple.
Okay.
And she stood back and like looked at her work like she was done. And you want to get the forehead? Okay, yeah, just right up under the forehead. Yeah, get the forehead. And so she goes on the forehead. Okay, and then she kind of stand. Yeah, you want to take the beard down as well. I got. At this point, I'm coaching her through. What the hell kind of barbershop is this? Where they don't even know what a simple lineup is.
You probably didn't. She probably doesn't cut men.
I should have known from the moment I walked in. It had been 5 minutes since I heard bass playing and any of the songs coming out the radio. All this contemporary hippie nonsense, man. This is a crap show at Floyd's Barbershop. It's absolute joke.
Like a Pink Floyd kind of thing?
I don't know what the Floyd stands for. It might as well be F. Lloyd, because this is effing ridiculous. Absolutely terrible. So she doesn't know how the hell to line up. We'll take down the beard a little bit. Or what number to use? Let's go to 2. Normally I keep a thick beard, but I've been going low recently.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, I used to do anything? Not really. Okay, let's go down 1 more. Let's take it to 1. Yeah, 1.5 was good. All right, whatever. Get it done. So she takes forever. The 1.5 stands back again like she's done. I'm like, line up the damn beard. She goes around the jaw. She goes underneath. She completely misses the handlebars and mustache. I said, this is some nonsense. She has no idea what she's doing. This whole place is an absolute crap fest.
How much was the charge?
Oh, this is good, too.
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
At the end, she was like, oh, do you want a straight edge? I was like, hell no. I don't want you and your shaky hands up next to me with no straight edge.
Wait, her hands were shaky?
Might as well have been. At this point, I don't know what to...
I don't see any jagged looks around here.
There's there's no sharp looks either. My face looks like you're looking at it on tube television. Okay, this ain't no 4K over here. This is ridiculous. And I'm like, no, I don't want that. Oh, I could do a hot towel. Don't do a hot towel. I will pay you to get me out the chair.
Why not the hot towel?
You do a hot towel after you get a straight edge, and I'm going home anyway. What you need a hot towel for? And then she used the hair dryer to blow it all off. That's fine, but the hair dryer wasn't strong enough. Use a regular air press. Get that hair off of there. Hair is sticky.
I've never had a hair.
She used like a blow dryer to get the hair off. At the barbershops, they have the...
No. I'm familiar with that. But
she used like a blow dryer. Blowing hair all in my eyes. I felt like I had a particle on the drive home.
You didn't tip.
Floyd's Barbershop, where they blow hair in your eyes. That's what they do at Floyd's Barbershop.
Did you tip?
Hell no, I ain't tip. So I get up out the chair, ready to go. I pull my wallet out to pay her. She walks up to the front counter. Apparently at Floyd's, you don't pay the barbers directly. Made me look stupid.
No, so a lot of I shouldn't say a lot. I've encountered barbershops where they do it the correct way, where you can tax and whatnot. So yeah.
Forget that. I do it where you can provide a tip to the particular barber who serviced you at that moment because they have booth rent and things like that. They got to make their separate.
Of course.
I go up to the front counter to pay. I got another princess coming to the counter, okay, with this big old scar on her face, looking like she's been fighting knives or something.
I'm fine with everything else, but it's not your fault if you're scarred on your face. What are you supposed to do about that?
You can't be the face of a company.
You didn't see her until the end of your haircut. She's not the face of the company.
I shouldn't have seen her at all. I damn near wanted Blue Up Billy Ocean to come back over here.
She
at this point,
face
unbelievable. And I tell you why I'm mad at her, because I got up to the front counter. She said, "Oh, that'll be $28." I'd like to add another scar to her. I said, $28. You are out of your mind. Check that again. That was just a lineup at that. He's like, "Oh, just the lineup? Okay, Princess with just the lineup? Okay, yeah. Then she clickety clack. That'll be $12. I said, $12? That still feels like about $12 too many.
Really? 12 for a lining?
They should have paid my ass being in there.
You shouldn't have gotten in
there. The fact is, people walked by there, saw a brother in the shop, and they just got credibility for no reason. Princess came up to the counter, talking about, "Here's my card. If you ever want to just make an appointment again." I was like, "Princess, thank you, absolutely. You know, I'll think about that next time."
How can you? I can't believe you didn't you didn't feel some kind of way not tipping.
I tip generously almost everywhere I go. Hell no. I have done better to myself than what she did. Absolutely. The fact that I'm directing her through this whole process, I ain't her coach. I ain't her, her life coach. Figure it out. That's your job. I mean, you're a professional. I shouldn't be telling you. Maybe. I don't tell Van Gogh where to stroke his brush. All right, that's the same thing. So freaking you heard it here first. Floyd's Barbershop, garbage. Don't go there. If we're rating it, if this is the official rating of One Last Take podcast on a scale of 1 to 10, them suckers get a 5. They get an absolute 5 for mediocrity.
Our listeners are smart enough to not make a mistake like this.
Oh, I stopped them, okay? Because some of them aren't. I don't know what our listeners do. I don't know what they know, what they don't know. My job is to experience life in some respects and share that information. And now they know if they see Floyd's 99 Barbershop, they might as well go down to Vaughn's and buy some clippers.
What does that mean?
That's just the name of the barbershop.
99?
It's called like Floyd's 99. Floyd's 99 Experience. I went to the website to see just what the hell was going on. And they talk about the Floyd's 99 Experience. Floyd's 99 is not your grandfather's barbershop. You're damn right it's not my grandfather's barbershop.
Well, let me ask you this. When you were looking at the other guys who were getting haircuts from licensed barbers, did they look like they were having a good time, that they were trusting their barbers, and did the barbers look like they were doing a decent job?
As I said, one of them was washing hair.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do with that, because he might have been washing before he cut. I'm not going to take that one way or the other. But he also could have just been washing hair. I don't know what his skills are. One guy was actually cutting hair, and I couldn't tell what the hell he was doing. I didn't see the guy when he came in there, a white guy, gray hair, straight gray hair. So like a 45-ish kind of year old white guy. So it was getting gray. So, but it still had, firmness to it. Not like Bernie Sanders or nothing. But I was like, have you started or are you done? I don't know what's going on. But he seemed like he knew what he was doing, because he was a man. Like, that was it. That was the only barometer I had.
You know what?
That's the only barometer I had.
Are you finished with
Again,
this? Can't you have you bashing on female barbers?
I'm not. Plenty. They're amazing female barbers.
You just haven't
haven't had one yet. I know they're, again, I'm not bashing. If that's what you do, boo, do it. Get that money. I'm not hating on that at all. But in fact, if I'm in your town, please, if you know how to do a lineup, please come hit your boy up, because I need it sometimes. And at Floyd's ain't it. They are mediocre. I should come on.
You are cheating on your barber.
No, not at all.
You're cheating on your barber.
No, I am loyal to my money, and I had to pay gas to get down there, and I got to drive that far. I had stuff to do. So sometimes you just want to be a little sharper.
You're still cheating on
and
your barber.
I paid the price.
Your barber's listening right now. He's like, how dare you? I hope you learn your lesson. You come on back. Even if it's for a lineup, I got you.
That's exactly it. Speaking of listening, did you listen to the new diss tracks by chance?
Yes.
The Dame and Shaq?
I made the time to listen to both of these tracks, and before we even discuss the tracks, we can just go on record as of right now. I want to hear you say these are not freestyles, and we can move on past that.
Absolutely. And so I misspoke a touch on these two particular freestyles.
We did not cover that.
On these particular raps. Just diss tracks. I kept saying freestyle because I had Lil Dicky in my brain. I meant just diss tracks.
Diss tracks.
So these are absolutely well written, and I'm sure one of them was written by their person, and the other one might have been ghost written.
They were. Oh well, Dame may have wrote his diss track.
It's funny how I didn't have to tell you who was who.
Well, it's obvious.
It's obvious, right?
It's obvious when you listen to it.
Are you saying Shaq's not that good? Or he's not that eloquent?
No, he's not. Shaq, you're not a good rapper.
I mean, I wouldn't have yelled it at him like that. Shaq, you're still welcome on the podcast.
You're
at
welcome.
any time.
Sure.
At
I mean,
any time.
I already told you what's going
Diesel.
to happen.
He does want checks. That is true.
And he's going to get paid.
Yeah, someone's gonna pay him. His publicist. So, I mean, so what did you think?
So,
Who won the first round? Quick, because we're talking about disc number 2 now. Who won the first round? Your estimation?
Shaq. I told you, Shaq had a better writer. So,
Okay.
as far as the diss tracks round 2 go, I preferred Dame's. I like what Dame was talking about. Not everything. In one line, he was talking about Shaq is chasing clout, and that's what being famous is all about. You have to chase the clout to remain relevant. But I liked Dame's diss track more than Shaq's. I didn't really care for Dame's his music. I wasn't really a fan of the music, but outside of that, I choose Dame's, and I hope this is it. I didn't really like Shaq saying, I'm killing you, or yeah. I mean, it's cool. But, yeah. Well, that line is okay. Actually, it's fine with that, but then the extra stuff, as long as it stays within the realm of just having fun, which I guess that's what it is right now.
Right.
I'm okay with it, but I hope I have to never listen to another diss track from the two of them ever again. I hope this is it.
That we agree. The first round, I thought Dame won. I thought he was better. Round 2, I thought Shaq won.
We're in reverse?
We're kind of in reverse, but we both agree that it should be the end. I didn't know there was going to be any follow-up. I thought it was like a one-off, but they said we'll go back. Dame does feel like he could do this forever, to be honest. I feel like he could just keep going. Shaq's going to run out of money paying all these ghostwriters. I mean, because there was at one point when he was talking about the tampon string
hanging out his shorts.
It's like, come on, Shaq. It was just funny.
Punchlines.
He for sure won this one. But it's fun. I think it adds a bit of a levity to the NBA game, and NBA really has become a game about personality more than any other sport, right? It's almost like celebrities who happen to be athletes.
Why does Shaq say he doesn't like Barkley? Was there anything behind that?
I don't know. They fought earlier, right back in their playing days. But
speaking of fighting, if this happens to get real,
right? Dame versus Shaq.
Would he swing on Shaq? And if he did, would Shaq demolish him?
Shaq's getting old.
He is old.
But is he past old man strength, or is he still in the prime of his old man strength?
Quick.
I know, but old man strength is untouchable. Like if you hit like 41, 42, you've entered your old man strength. Your bones are made of metal. Who do
you have?
I think I might go Dame.
Really?
I think I might go Dame.
I think if Shaq gets a hold of Dame,
if that's the key, he has to get hold.
He grabs that shirt, Dame tries to get out, and he grabs that neck or anything like that.
Right.
I think it's a wrap.
I was watching the other day on Twitter these Twitter fights. There's like some account like Twitter fight or internet fight, something like that. It's just like random people that would fight, at McDonald's or whatever. That
World Star. Yeah, World Star.
That type of stuff. And one of the particular fights was a guy in a parking garage. I think it was just two Mexican guys fighting. One guy would just like swing and kick him with his leg. Why are you kicking? Stop kicking! And the guy walks away. The kicker walks away trying to de-escalate, and then the aggressor, like his uncle, was there smoking and decides, I'm gonna take off my shirt and I'm gonna fight this guy too. Some old uncle wants to go take on the kicker, and he's going up to him, and the kicker just swings again and kicks on the back of the leg and knocks the uncle completely down, knocks him out. It was embarrassing. And I, at that moment, realized how powerful these kicks are. So, I mean, if Dame kicks Shaq with any ferocity, Shaq's tumbling.
How tall was this guy when he got kicked?
The guy getting kicked was probably like 6 feet max, and the guy kicking was like 5'7", 5'8".
And Shaq is what,
6'7"
He's 7.
7'2".
I thought I was gonna say 6'9". So he's not kicking Shaq.
Why not? Shaq's legs are open, just right in the back of the knee.
Oh, to bring him down.
Yeah, you take him down one time, one sweeping kick.
Shaq is big, man.
That's what I'm saying. He's got that old man strength, though. Those bones are hard. Those muscles are strong as they're going to be, and he can swing.
I mean, his feet are probably crap. His knees are probably crap.
Have you seen his toes?
No. No, I don't want to see his feet. No, I do not want to see this man's feet. You could just tell me that's enough.
They are wretched. That big toe is like on vacation to Istanbul. It's like not even part of his feet. It's black, it's dark, it's crusted. It looks terrible. How is he a Gold Bond representative? I don't know.
That's why, because his feet are jacked, and this product helps his feet feel better.
It's terrible. Speaking of being on Twitter, one of the things that I think is important here at One Last Take, is for us to be up to date with everything that's happening in America. And I know that only 20% of Americans are actually on Twitter, but it feels like that's the consciousness of America at any given time. Because when you're on there, you're just wrapped up in conversation and talking if you choose to jump on it. Let me ask you just a few trends that I saw trending in America. I wonder what your take is on them real quick, if you have any care or interest in it whatsoever.
Well, I'm not a part of the 20%. So.
Oh, I know you're not part of the 20%. I am, thankfully. It balances out the show. PlayStation 5 was announced. Any concerns, any cares?
Concerns?
Yeah.
Nope.
None at all.
Cares?
Are you buying it? 2020 release date.
No, I'm an Xbox guy.
You're an Xbox guy?
Yeah.
Man, I'm a PlayStation guy, but I have a PlayStation 3. I didn't even get the 4.
I have the triple.
Yeah, that was the last one I had, and I really wanted to get the 4. I just never had time to play, so I was like, as soon as I get a free, month, then I'll buy the 4 and I'll have it and I can play a bunch of games. I keep thinking I'm gonna take a staycation, where you don't go anywhere.
I'm familiar with a staycation.
Yeah, I need to do that and just take a week for me. I need to fix me.
You know the problem with that is?
What's that?
You may never want to leave.
Yeah, very, very possible.
And another problem?
What?
Chores, like you come, not for you, but someone may come home and suddenly,
right. Good point.
I do this.
The next thing I saw that caught my attention, I wonder if you care about. Apparently today is International Lesbian Day.
That's great.
Does everyone get a day now?
Yeah, everyone, everything, computers, donuts, cars,
everything
puppies,
gets a day. Who's
everything.
declaring this?
I don't know who it is.
Just it becomes a day. Everyone gets a day. This is Lion King Day. This is Tide Bleach Day.
Another day to pass the time, man. Part of life is looking forward to the next day, and every day isn't your birthday, every day isn't a holiday, and every day isn't a weekend, so you gotta throw in some other days.
Feels like that's a little hedonistic of us to always want to celebrate something. Maybe you just grind. Maybe you just actually do something,
Nah, nowadays life is pretty easy, so
is it
supposed to, well, the Western civilization, it's a bit easy. So
man, people out here struggling.
Oh, people are struggling, which is why you need something to be happy about.
Stuff, but I have nice things.
Right.
We're recording on beautiful equipment here.
I think it's awesome. What do you think?
And we can hire a producer, Aaron. That's right.
Yeah, quiet.
I mean, I don't know. International Lesbian, it was an odd thing to see go trending. I'm not certain how big the lesbian community is outside of America, to be honest. Like, maybe even outside of Western culture.
I don't know.
I don't know how big it is outside there. But it more just triggered the idea that everything and everyone gets a day, and I'm tired of it. I'm either tired of it or there's not enough of it. Like, either I get a day or no one gets a day.
We get a whole month, man.
Man, no, that don't count, man. I'm not celebrating for a whole month.
You should be. I do.
I think about taking a vacation for that month. Just be like, you know what? I don't work in February. The Super Bowl. I got to go back to work so I can discuss it. It happens right there in February, and I gotta be there.
I do miss the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That Rams game ruined my Super Bowl party.
I had bought brand new Rams socks for my Rams, and that Brandon Cooks cost us, and we should have a Brandon Cooks sucks day. I'll tell you what day we should have.
I'm okay with that.
Boycott Floyd's Barbershop Day. We should have that every October 8th.
You should not have stepped in.
The 8th of every month. Boycott Floyd's Barbershop. The symbol of mediocrity is that Floyd 99
International Lesbian Day. Your day is safe. Ignore him.
JT from City Girls is now out of jail and going to release a new track tonight at 10 o'clock. Are you excited for this?
It's at 10 p.m. Eastern? Like, what is that?
I don't know what jail she was in. I'm assuming Miami time because Young Miami is there with her. So Eastern.
What was the question?
Are you excited?
No.
Do you care?
No.
I wouldn't have cared either, except for the fact that I have just discovered City Girls like within the past couple months.
Congratulations.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
They are, ghetto as hell, but I like them. They're fun. Their beats are fun. They are unabashedly themselves. Flued out.
I still have other albums and tracks to listen to, so I'll work my way around.
Have you seen the twerk video?
What? Yes.
Cardi B's paint job with the face on each cheek, magnificent. I
didn't take you as a man who liked the twerk videos.
You can take me as a man who didn't appreciate twerking. because I only knew it as what Miley Cyrus was doing. Like, that was my
What?
I just had never known.
You needed Twitter.
I saw her do it, and then I see black women do it, and I was like, well, they always add 10 onto it, so they're doing kind of their own version. No. Miley's garbage.
Yeah,
Hot
extremely garbage.
Garbage.
Why? Wait a minute. Why are you watching Miley anyways?
No, it was all on Twitter when it all went down.
Oh,
Remember,
okay.
you're not on Twitter.
No,
She's at the VMAs. Look at her twerk. I'm like, that's stupid.
She always does it, though.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing ever. No, hey, twerking is hot as hell. I like twerking. Ruben and OLT are pro twerk station. All right. If twerking was a sport, A+.
You tune in?
Yeah. Hey, I'm watching it. Monday Night Twerk. I'd watch them before the Tennessee Titans. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, probably.
Fantastic. Last thing I saw, Pusha T was trending.
Yeah.
And it caught me off guard because I said, oh, no, Drake, what did you do? That was my first thought. I'm not certain what happened other than everyone posting Pusha T won, Pusha T won. Do you remember when this whole beef was going back and forth? Speaking of diss tracks.
No. What's going on with Pusha?
What was like a year ago? When
No, right now. Why is he trending now?
I have no idea.
You didn't even look into why he's trending?
I looked into it, and all I kept seeing were posts about Pusha T won. It was just people remembering how he body bagged Drake. I think Drake's father came out in an interview recently with Nick Cannon and said, why are you always talking about me not being there when you know I was there the whole time? And Drake told him, hey, it sells records. And so his dad was like, okay, keep saying it. And so everyone was like, see, they told you. Pusha T told you that Steve Harvey suit-wearing pops of yours was always there making you. And so I think that's what brought it back up, was that he was on the, the Nick Cannon show, whatever that is. But, I don't know, go figure.
So it's because of a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
The remix to Succession theme song. So that's what it is. I'll have to check.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
I have failed the one last take listening audience, and I'm gonna do my homework. I'm gonna figure out what this is.
Yeah, so will I.
Hey,
for
go
the people.
And just for the record, I thought Pusha T did win. I thought he won when it happened. I said he was fantastic. There was a whole lot in that track that I didn't know about. Playing Border Patrol. I mean, it was a fantastic track. I want to keep this short today. I want to keep this one. No, we've gone long before. We've gone longer. I want to keep this shorter, and I want to jump into. You know what? People come to us with questions. People come to us with inquiries. I feel that it's our job to answer America's questions.
Yes.
I feel like it's our job to provide as much wisdom as we can to people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've combed and curated through all of the questions to find something that I would love to get your take on.
After Aaron did his job.
Well, about time. I mean, he finally. If it wasn't for no luck, how does the phrase go? If it wasn't for bad luck, we'd have no luck at all.
Right.
We could have gotten anyone else. Aaron, you are lucky to be here. I shouldn't be doing. And I'm glad you mentioned that. I heard in one of our episodes none too long ago, my mic was buzzing a little bit. Did you hear that?
I did hear that. I think I said something to you before we started.
I was like, that can't be. Aaron's on top. No. Why? I don't care about your degrees. I don't care about what you studied in school. If my mic's buzzing, I don't need you. Let's just make sure. Let's hope this episode is better. That's all I'm saying. We're happy to have you, but you're very replaceable.
What are we gonna do if it's not? If it's buzzing? If it's still buzzing? Come on, man. We'll deal with you later. Come on, man.
The question we have today, I'm excited to hear. Titled, "Would you consider me a slut?"
Oh man, I hate that word.
And I'm gonna actually read it verbatim. Would you consider me S slut? They hit the S key instead of the A key, so they were in a hurry to write this, so they needed an answer quickly. I'm a 21-year-old female and have had sex and oral with 10 different guys and have made out with 11. One unlucky guy, LOL. I've had one three-way with 2 guys. You're on. Is she a slut?
So, no. But, yes.
Could you be more confusing?
Because me personally, there is nothing wrong with being promiscuous. It is literally one of the purposes of being on this planet is to procreate, and we are wired to attract and want to do these kind of things with one another. So going against something that is literally so natural and literally the purpose of being on this planet does not make sense. So, no. But society, as a way of control, which is what people do, would like to label people, and a way of controlling women is throwing out the word slut, which then controls what they do. And so there are people out there who will say, ooh, yeah, she's being a slut. But for me, I would say you're experiencing life. You're having fun. There's nothing wrong with it. If a guy were to do it, they would have no problems with it. They would say, well, a guy's just being a guy, when in reality, she's just being a woman. People are just being people. So is she a slut by definition? For whoever made that definition, I don't like it.
They're asking you. She came to you in her time of need and said,
oh, easily.
You're going to tell her, no.
I'm like, no, girl, you didn't. No,
what's your number?
And then this would be my only this would be my only question. I say, well, because I've had this question before. I've had girls talk to me, and because I'm open-minded, and I say, if she said all that information to me, I would say, well, before I give you my response, here's my question: do you regret any of it? And if she says, no, I liked it all, so okay then. And she's like, well, what does that mean? It means you live your life and don't worry about what other people think. If you don't regret anything, you're fine. You're good. And
that didn't work for Charles Manson.
Murdering is different.
Regret cannot be the the barometer for.
We are not wired. Well, I guess we are wired to kill, but not for like that. For surviving, that is some wiring in the brain that's different. For her take, if she came to me and said, "Am I a slut?" I would say, "Nope, you do you."
Right. And after she left you, she'd come to me and say, am I a slut? I'd be like, yep, that's exactly what you are. 21 years old, 10 different guys,
does the age
threesomes.
matter?
Because I think, one, there's a number on. First of all, why does the age matter? Because I think in order not to be considered a slut, you have to be beneath a certain number at a certain period in your life.
Why?
Because that's what sluts do. They sleep with a lot of men. Now, if you take slut as a negatively connoted
what about men?
tone,
What about men? What about men?
it's a double standard. I accept that.
What?
Yeah, I accept
You
that.
accept the double standard?
The double standard exists. I accept, and no man has ever been called a slut.
Yes, they have.
It is a term created to
control
denigrate
women. Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't that bother you?
That term, she fits that term.
Doesn't. Yeah. Technically, yes.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I said. But do you, in your heart of hearts, do you really believe that she is a slut?
I think she's very loose and not somebody that I would want to be with.
No. The question isn't would you want to be with her. Do you think that she is a slut?
Yes, absolutely. Again, age plays a role in this.
She's
it's not
been-
just that it's 10.
She's been procreating for probably 5 years?
It's not just that it's 10. It's the number at the time. I think that you're given a number of people for a particular time period. If you're 50 years old, I would expect you to have probably, and single, obviously, you've probably been with more people than an 18-year-old. You've had more time. So if you told me a 50-year-old's been with 50 people versus an 18-year-old with 50 people, the number matters, right? It's the age at the time.
No, because some people,
18-year-old with 50 people is not a
because
slut.
some people, Ruben, male or female, are really attractive, and some people live that fast lane type of lifestyle, and so for them, starting at the age 16, let's say you grew up in a situation to where you had lots of money and all you do is hang around with people with drugs and alcohol, and you party, and everyone's very good looking, and you just do what you're going to do, and you lose track of what you're doing. Tonight's this, tonight's that. Because when you try anything that's amazing to you in the beginning of your life, whatever it is, food, sex, music, we all have that song out there when you first hear it. You can't stop listening to it. You put it on repeat. You have that food. You love this. I go to this place, and I always get this. And that sex, you get a taste of it, and you're like, oh, my God, this is amazing. You keep doing it. So when you're in that age and you're in that lifestyle, you keep doing it. And a part of the drugs, the alcohol, the music is sex along with that. So if you in that lifestyle and you're 18 and that's the kind of lifestyle you're in, that fast lane, versus some 50-year-old who lived by themselves, and they're not attractive, and they decided they were not going to do these kind of things, and every so often, every year, maybe a good year where they had 2 instead of 1, it adds up. No, I don't think you're a slut, man. I just think you're living your life.
No, you absolutely are a slut. You cannot not be a slut at that age.
Okay.
Here's an example. If you've been with, there, it's not even about the amount of sex that you're having.
You
it's about the number of men, right? That's the barometer. So
Well,
if you're if she's 21 years old, right? She's had a boyfriend since 18 or whatever, 3 years or college years, right? You 18 to 22. You've had one boyfriend the whole time, and he's just been railing every single day.
Yeah.
It was still one dick. That's it the entire time. If you put a stick in mud, right? You've made a hole. I can put the same stick, it's the same hole. You start putting 4 or 5 different branches into there.
It's still the same hole.
We've got a different hole, different shape.
It's still
entirely different.
No, because the hole reshapes itself. And Ruben, you know what?
No.
That is something else. What if
Not
this?
psychologically.
So what if? All right. So it matters to you about the people because
the number of people at the age. I will give you a period of you can get 5 new people for like every 7 years. You better be in a relationship during that time. Again, and that's not limiting the amount. But if you're just rolling around with everybody, that makes you a slut. This
is for male and female, right?
This is strictly for female.
Ruben.
Yeah, I'm aware. You have to come up with a term to describe a man because a man's job is to seek and to conquer. Physiologically, we're trying to procreate and pass our genetics with everything, right? Women physiologically are just trying to find a male that can protect and father their children, right?
No,
isn't that the design of
that is some
species?
Basic one-on-one stuff. We are far from the caveman days. You no longer need a man to protect you and to provide for you. You don't need that. You can procreate. You can get knocked up, and you say, hey, you know what? You don't have to be in this kid's life, and you can raise a kid on your own. That no longer applies to today's world.
Chris Rock said you could raise a kid on your own, and you could drive a car with your feet. But that don't make it a good idea. It's easier when you have a fully and functioning
unless the dad's a POS. So I don't know.
Very good point. Fair enough. Those are
I don't see what the problem is. There is a word that you can attach it to both men and women. Except when you attach it to men don't care because they say
that's part of it though. That's part. Like I don't think that my standard necessarily should be the thing that anyone lives their life. Don't live by what I like. If you are okay living that lifestyle, if she doesn't feel bad about herself,
as she shouldn't,
and she doesn't think anything of it, then fine. I don't care. It's not. But if you're going to ask the question, I got to give you an honest answer, right? Like if you're asking me, are those shorts too short that you're wearing, right? And I say, yeah, those shorts are too short. But you're like, I don't care. You keep wearing the shorts. But if you ask me, and they clearly have, they sent it in. They asked us the question. I have to give them the answer. But I'm not going to say, don't go bury yourself in your room and be disgusted.
I'm bothered more probably by this double standard.
The double standard
men can be sluts to you.
A man can be promiscuous. He will never be labeled a slut. Women are prizes to be won. No, they don't. No one's trying to win a man as a prize.
Yes, they are.
Nah.
Then you don't know women.
Nah. And let me ask you this: what
you don't know women?
I'm gonna ask you a question. Body shaming. Is there a double standard on body shaming?
Yes.
In what sense?
I see, like, out of shape men pulling these girls that are. All right. Let me tell you this. I've been in situations where, let's say, a group of guys are looking at women on like Tinder or something like that. I don't know, YouTube, whatever. Mm-hmm. A woman is on a screen and a bunch of guys are looking. And there's a guy who's got a beer belly. He's not a good looking. He doesn't really take care of himself.
Right.
And a girl comes up on a picture, and I may say like, "Oh, she's pretty," and then this guy would say, "Nah, her breasts are a little saggy." I wouldn't do that.
But you know a guy like this?
In my lifetime, I meet many guys like this. They break these women down, and then I look at them and I say, "You don't work out. You eat like crap, but you think you should have." Yeah, man, it's different. I'm a guy. And there it is. Somehow men keep passing this stuff on to other men that you can look like whatever, you can spread your seed and whatever, and it's okay. And then men spread this to women, and women spread this to women too. You need to be a lady, and you need not to be like this.
Wait, do women spread it to women more? I see a lady walk in here right now. Oh, how does this outfit look? Oh, you look good. You look really nice. Another woman walking, how does this outfit look? Oh, man, you need to change this. You need to do heels. You need to makeup, do this and that. I wouldn't care, right?
Women shop. They look at other women all the time,
and critique.
Yeah, but differently.
Do you critique women?
But differently.
If a woman walked in here naked, like, looks great, Fantastic.
No,
I'm not going to be nearly as judgmental, I think, over the average woman compared. In fact, I think there was a study. I'd have to look this up. I wasn't prepared for that. But there was like a study, and I read this recently, where like the average man considered, like 80% of women just to be attractive, whereas vice versa, like the average woman considered only like 30% of men attractive.
Yeah, so I work because they have less to go off of.
What do you mean?
They have less to go off. So a woman can walk by. She can have a nice curvaceous body or something along those lines,
Right.
and a man can say, "Man, it looks really good." But for a man, if they walk by, they're wearing clothes, so you can't really see the chest, the arms. All you really have to see is body posture and a smile. You can't really see too much. You have nothing to really go off of. Versus a man and a woman, you can see a little bit more. Plus, it's kind of like this because I work with majority women, and I've seen it happen. A girl walks, by, and I look at them and I say, I'm looking as a man, not me personally, but let's just say as a man, you look at, oh man, she's got, she looks pretty. You're looking at her body, the way she's shaped, and the way what she's wearing and how it fits on her, right? It's more like a meal, like, oh man, that looks really good. I would love to chow down on that. Versus a woman sees that lady, and it's more like shopping, like, man, she really did a great job with her hair. I can never make my hair look like that. My hair doesn't fold or doesn't crinkle like that. Or look at her back half. Look at her bottom half. I don't have a butt like that. You know how many squats I would have to do to get that? They're more like shopping. They're shopping, and this is like a catalog. This is what I would take, and this will look good on me. Versus a man, like that's what I want to jump on. And it's just a different. But for you to,
I think that the standards of beauty that are set in America,
and I'm talking about beauty right now.
well, that's a double standard, right? The idea that women have unattainable body images that are put out, in front of them, is dominated by an industry that's dominated by women and gays.
Yeah, money.
Like that's what But the woman's ideal body image is way more obtainable than a male. Right? Like I've seen the cover of Cosmopolitan with a basic woman on it on the same month as the cover of Muscle and Fitness with some shredded guy. Like, you know how hard it is to look like The Rock? You're like dead serious. That's the image guys are giving, and guys are like, I don't care.
But a lot of it, no, because a lot of it is based on something that you can't do anything about: the woman's face. The face is the major part. You can't change your face.
Then why are there so many fat
a man's
models?
face is ugly. And it's just like, yeah, but look at that body.
That's just
not The Rock isn't ugly, but there are men out there. You're like, his face, but women are like, but look at the body.
If I'm looking at his face and his face looks that bad, I know where he got his haircut. Floyd's Barbershop, where they treat you bad and they don't do you any service. Man, I feel like I could go on about this for a long, long time. I've told people I was going to keep this short. I feel like we spent 20 minutes. We're going to have to come back to this on the double standards.
I cannot believe you with these double standards.
I'm keeping it short today. The people demanded that we keep it a little bit shorter today, and it feels like the right thing to do. If you guys have questions, email us, send it in. Psycho Gino, you have anything to add?
One last take, signing off.